back here in the ring, folks. The World Heavyweight Champion Eric Swagert in the black shirt, Diamond Madano. Eric Swagert there, World Champion, Diamond Madano, red hair, here to discuss StoryMania 15 right now. And now the World Heavyweight Champion Eric Swagert and the pickup artist Diamond Madano have made their match for StoryMania 15 official. They're taking on the sadistic clown Crazy Ray and the Silver Bullet Kevin Blaze right now in tag team action here on the Code Red Stricken Super Show. Kevin Blaze, Diamond Madano here, starting this tag team matchup. StoryMania 15 World Heavyweight Challenger, Diamond Madano, World Heavyweight Champion Eric Swagert here, teaming up to take on Kevin Blaze, who lost to Diamond Madano in the Elimination Chamber match for the start shot at StoryMania 15. Crazy Ray, Kevin Blaze's partner, and Crazy Ray lost the World Heavyweight Championship TLC match at Enter the Chamber here. And I'm sure Kevin Blaze and Crazy Ray are thinking about how close they had come to being in a StoryMania main event this year, narrowly losing out at Enter the Chamber. And Kevin Blaze is no doubt furious and pissed off about the fact that he will not be in the World Heavyweight Championship match as a challenger, such as Diamond Madano is. Kevin Blaze has never main evented a major championship match at StoryMania, but Diamond Madano is going to his third, and several times Kevin Blaze certainly had Diamond Madano beat, but Diamond Madano kept prevailing, improving out, improving through. And in the end, after an amazing Elimination Chamber match, it was Diamond Madano who came out on top. And unfortunately for Kevin Blaze, the year 14 king of the storylines and former World Heavyweight Championship, this year will not be for him. But I'm almost certain at some point in the future, Kevin Blaze will have that opportunity again. As you see a backflip off the top turnbuckle by Diamond Madano. And a kick out by the Silver Bullet Kevin Blaze here. And forward elbow smash by Diamond Madano with the kick up. That should be an interesting World Heavyweight Championship match, though, as Diamond Madano tags in the World Heavyweight Championship. Both of these men with a great deal of mutual respect for each other, as they expressed before this contest. And it's good to see that in the SWF, that, you know, even though there's a sinister feud between, you know, so many feuds going on between guys right now, between Arnold Schwarzenegger and The Undertaker and Maria Shriver, between Max Blaze and Mike Torito, between, you know, everybody pretty much here in the SWF, Vin Diesel and The Rock, you know, Austin Stallone, that, you know, that two guys like Eric Swagert and Diamond Madano are going to fight for pride, tradition, and legacy and sportsmanship at StoryMania 15. As they, you know, they shook hands, they were so respectful towards one another, and I think that we're really going to see a good classic wrestling match, a wrestler's wrestling match at StoryMania. And I don't think there's going to be any hard feelings between these two. I think that the two of these guys are going to, you know, go in that ring at StoryMania, and they're going to meet face to face and look eye to eye and say, it isn't personal, but we're here to wrestle a wrestler's match, and we're going to wrestle a good match. And we're going to wrestle well, and we're going to wrestle the match of a lifetime, and we're going to give it our absolute best and do whatever we can. And I don't think there will be bitter feelings one way or the other. Whether or not, Eric Swagert loses or Diamond Madano loses, I don't think there will be bitter feelings. I think that each man knows what they're up against. I think each man knows what they're in for. And, you know, they know it's going to be a world title match. And I think that, you know, they respect the other man winning. And I think that if they each fought Crazy Ray individually in main events, I don't think they'd have that same respect for Crazy Ray, because the guy's a flaming asshole clown. He tries to take over the SWF and crap, and there's no mutual respect there. And you saw the feud between Swagert and Crazy Ray Stealing the title, and he's, you know, not really being respectful. He's defacing things, and I think that's the kind of match, more of an anarchist type of match, as you saw it Into the Chamber, as Eric Swagert won that match. But I think the StoryMania 15 match between Eric Swagert and Diamond Madano is going to be a good classic bout, and there's really no favorite. There's really no favorite. Diamond Madano has been champion many times before in the past. He was champion in year 14 until he got screwed out of the title. But the Kingdom of Burke and Ric Flair, when he was in charge, screwed him out of the title at Show Mercy. But Eric Swagert's been on such a roll lately that as good as Diamond Madano is, you can't deny Eric Swagert's been on a roll. He's been champion since June of 2011, 13 months real time. One of the longest reigning champions in SWF history, real time. And, definitely the dude is going to bring it. And there's really no favorite. There's really no underdog. It's going to be one of those matches that's just wrestled down to the nitty-gritty, right down to the last second. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to know who's going to win. It's going to be tough to tell. Each man, it's going to be heartbreaking if they lose. Eric Swagert's never been in a major championship at StoryMania. If he loses, is it his only time that he's there? Will he be back? We won't know. Diamond Madano's been there twice. He lost the World Heavyweight Championship to Triple H both times. He was the challenger both times and lost both times. So, Madano would lose 3 times in a row. Swagert would lose, his first time out. So either way, it's heartbreaking. Either way, you have to feel for the guy, one guy or the other, that, they lost, and, it's just going to be a rough one. But if they win, how good are you going to feel? That Eric Swagert has been champion for a year, real time, since survived the series, storyline time. And if he wins, what a cherry on the top of a career. What a cherry on the top of that title reign that will be. But for Diamond Madano, who's never won, just like, Eric Swagert, who's never won it, but it's taken a little bit of a longer route, what a win that would be for Diamond Madano. 3 times would be a charm, and he would pull it off. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a great match. I'm excited for it. It's going to be something different. It's definitely going to be the alternative championship and the alternative match at this StoryMania. They're going to provide something different for us. They're going to provide something different for that StoryMania this year. Pride and tradition and great wrestling. Instead of a bitter feud, a bitter conflict, this is going to be a match about pre-respect. Not earning respect, but already having respect to the other man. Respecting your opponent in good sportsmanship. And wrestling for the sanctity of the belt and the sanctity of the match. And I think that's going to be a really great matchup. It's going to really, it's going to be good. It's going to be a real great alternative match, for the StoryMania Click Per View and for the SWF as well. And I can't think of 2 better guys than Diamond Madano or Eric Swagert, who are going to be representing our company in that World Heavyweight Championship match. And I'm really damn proud. I'm happy to see Diamond Madano back. He hasn't been in it since StoryMania 13. And he's going to be back. He's getting a 3rd shot. He deserved it. He's earned it. Unfortunately, lost to Triple H at both StoryMania 7 and 13 in the World Heavyweight title matches, but he's going to get a chance at redemption. And, that's always good for a guy. Which, again, it's good to see a new guy like Eric Swagert, who's been champion all year, never main evented a StoryMania, get that chance to put the exclamation point on his career. And that's just going to be fantastic, and I just can't wait as Crazy Ray kicks out there. Diamond Madano here. Madano method connects. Diamond Madano here going for the pinfall.
1, 2.
And it's all she wrote. Diamond Madano and Eric Swagert have won. And now Stone Cold Steve Austin and Stallone here backstage. What do they have to say to each other here? And Stone Cold here! Stone Cold here and Stallone and Stone Cold have agreed to a match at StoryMania now. We know that The Rock will be facing Vin Diesel in the Fast 5 street fight. And now Austin versus Stallone at StoryMania 15 in a last man standing match. What? Your hairdresser. And Austin and Stone Cold Steve Austin agreeing to a match at StoryMania 50.